Welcome to my channel, Living Your Best Life, and I'm Cindy Sma, and today, yes, I am super excited because I am going to test and review 5 moisturizers with SPF and see which ones you want to stash and which ones you want to trash. But before we get into it, please be sure to subscribe to my channel. Click that little bell right next to it so you'll be notified of all my future uploads. And if you like my video, please give me a thumbs up. That does help my channel to grow. And leave me a comment. Maybe you've used these products and they might work for you, or you've used other products that you really like. I'm always interested on new products. So let's get into this. All the products that I'm testing out today, I will provide links in the description box on where you can purchase them. Now, these are my own opinions and my honest opinions about all these products, and this video is not sponsored by any of these brands. So, let me show you. Neutrogena Hydro Boost Hyaluronic Acid Moisturizer with Sunscreen SPF 50, fragrance free. You only need a pea-size amount, and I started by dabbing it on my face and working it in. This is a little bit thicker moisturizer, and does it have a little bit of a white cast starting out, so I did need to work it in a little bit more to absorb it. After only a few minutes, it did absorb into my skin well, and it looked really good, and it didn't feel heavy on my skin. I really like this one. Thumbs up. Glow Recipe Watermelon Glow Niacinamide SPF 50 Lotion. I only need a dab and put it on my skin. This is definitely a lighter weight moisturizer, and I could feel it just morph right into my skin when I was putting it on. It did not have really a white cast at all that I found, and it just really just morphed right into my skin. It was beautiful. After just a few minutes, it had absorbed completely into my skin. My skin felt hydrated. It just looked so nice and felt so good on my skin. This one is definitely my favorite. First Aid Beauty Ultra Repair Face Moisturizer with Sunscreen SPF 30, safe for sensitive skin. This was a little bit thicker consistency, and I put a little bit too much on, so I had to work it in a little bit more. It did have a white cast, but only at first, and I worked it in really well. It did take me a while to work it in, but it really worked in well into the skin. A few minutes, it absorbed well into my skin, looked great. It's definitely for drier skin, but I really like this. This looked really good on my skin. This is another favorite. Tula Skincare with probiotics and superfoods, Radiant Skin Brightening Serum Skin Tint SPF 30. This definitely wasn't my correct shade for the moment, and when I was working it in, it just felt so greasy and super thick. It definitely didn't feel like a moisturizer, and it really didn't feel like a foundation that I would really want to use. So I wanted to include this because it is a skin tint, but it is more of a moisturizer, but I wasn't real pleased with it. After working it in and leaving it on for a few minutes, it was still tacky and sticky and greasy, and this was definitely not my favorite. Definitely a thumbs down. Not happy with this one at all. e.l.f. Skin Sun Touchables Whoa Glow SPF 30 Sun Protection and Makeup Primer. A small pea-size amount. There we go. And dabbed it on my skin. This does have a little bit of a tint to it as well, and this is considered a primer but also a moisturizer. So I'm working it in. I noticed off the bat that this is very, very glowy, which I wasn't thrilled with. Noticed after just a few minutes that it did absorb into my skin, but it's extremely glowy. Not something that I super liked. It did seem to absorb well, but not my favorite. Nope. So that was my review on the products. Now I do need to let you know that I did test them out with foundation, and what I found is that they work better with a lighter, more like a lotion or liquid foundation than a cream or even a dry foundation, that they work better for. And you saw the ones that didn't work for me at all, which was the Tula probiotics. And this is a skin tint, not necessarily a facial moisturizer, but I wanted to test this out and include this because it does have the probiotics and the claim on it that it's a brightening serum. So it wasn't my shade, of course, but it was just way too thick, and even leaving it on for over an hour, it still was tacky and sticky and heavy on my face, and it certainly didn't work with any of my foundations and the lighter foundations. It was almost like it just peeled it off. And again, this is a skin tint, so it's probably best used alone, but this was my very least favorite, so this is definitely a trash. And again, one of my least favorites was the e.l.f. Glow. Now, I'm not big on glowy because it does accentuate my fine lines and wrinkles, and that's just me. That's my 59-year-old skin. So I wasn't real thrilled with this, and it didn't seem to really meld into my skin that well. So I wasn't real thrilled with this. I did try it under foundation, of course, and it was okay under foundation, but some of that glow did come through. So this one's definitely a trash for me. Now, these two products worked well for me. They were on the heavier side, so I needed to let them soak into my skin a little bit longer, but they didn't peel up. They didn't cause any flaking when I put foundation on the top of it. But again, I used a lighter foundation over them. So, but these are really good products. I like them, and they seem to work well. My most favorite was the Glow Recipe, and I really, really liked this one. It was a lighter moisturizer. It soaked right into my skin. My skin felt wonderful afterwards. It was definitely a moisturizer, and it works really, really well under thicker foundation and even under a more lighter foundation. So this is definitely an A+ for me. So I hope you enjoyed my product review. I know I like offering these to you and giving you my honest opinions about it. And I know I might be a little late in the game because it's almost August, but for me and where I live, August is the hottest month of the year, and that's when we're going to be out at the pool most often. So that's why I wanted to wait until now to review them for you. So again, I hope this was helpful for you. Please leave me in the comments what you thought, your review on some of these products. Maybe they work for you, and other products that you might suggest for me. So I want you to know that I care about you, I love you, and I love doing these videos for you. And I hope you just have a wonderful and beautiful day. And I will see you next week, Monday at 4. Have a great week. Bye-bye.